Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This afternoon I'm going to make some shortbread cookies. Now these cookies are not very sweet at all, and they're real crispy and they're just delicious, especially good with like hot chocolate, or I don't drink coffee, but my husband says they're great with coffee. And also I like to have them with, like today we had some peaches and cream as a dessert for lunch. I would have loved to have had a little shortbread cookie kind of stuffed into the little bowl, would have been great. But anyway, so this afternoon I just decided I'm making some shortbread cookies. They freeze very, very well and they keep like forever. Alright, so here's what you'll need. 1 cup of softened butter. Now, I actually softened mine in the microwave, so they're really probably pretty much at room temperature now. So you will need an electric mixer for this. I think I better plug it in and another plug in so I don't pull my camera over. Alright, that'll work. Alright, so we're going to just mix this up a little bit. Now we're going to add to this 1 cup of butter, we're going to add 1/2 cup of confectionary sugar. I'm just going to put it all in at one time. Just turn my mixer on low. That's just about got it. Alright, now this was salted butter, so I'm not going to be adding any more salt to this recipe. Now I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you want to make sure you use the pure vanilla extract. It's going to taste a lot better. Just mix it up just a little bit. Alright, we're not going to really need our mixer anymore. Now, there's the consistency you want. Now, to this, we're going to add 1 3/4 cups of flour and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Now, you want to sift your flour first and then measure it. So, what I did was just sifted it, measured it, put it in the sifter again, and then added the 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Just regular old plain cornstarch. And now I'm going to add this into my butter mixture. And you want to mix it just enough till it all kind of comes together. And I'm just going to mix this with a spatula. You don't want to put the mixer in at this point. It's going to make a very, really great tasting cookie, and not so sweet. Now you can put a sugar topping on them. You can even put icing on them, and a lot of people dip them in chocolate, and we just like ours just plain, just absolutely plain. And again, the flour being sifted, and mine was actually sifted twice, makes the mixing up go a lot quicker, and you don't end up with any kind of lumps. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead now and add the rest of that flour in. Flour and the cornmeal. This really comes together pretty quick. All right, we've about got this together. All right, now here's the next step. This is very similar to the way I do pie crust. I'm going to take a piece of plastic wrap. In fact, I want an extra long piece. Spread it out as much as you can. Just put your cookie dough right there on it. Now, we're going to spread this out, and I'm going to really try to get it down to 1/4 of an inch. And I'm also going to try to keep it in a square form if I can. Turn this down so you can see it there. Just by spreading it out with the spatula. That way, when we get ready to roll it out, we won't have hardly any rolling whatsoever to do. All right. So there we are. All right, now, we want to take our plastic wrap, the extra part we rolled out, and just bring it right over the top. You can smooth it out a little bit more now. What you're looking for is about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. All right, that's pretty smooth now. All right, now we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to put it on the bottom shelf. I'm actually just going to put it on my little cutting board. Just slip it up on some kind of flat surface so that you'll be able to pick it up. Now I'm going to put it in my refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and it'll get hard, and I'll be able to cut it into little squares. So when that happens, we'll be back. All right, our shortbread cookie dough has cooled in the refrigerator now. I did put it in the freezer for just a few minutes just to try to hurry it along. So now we're going to try to roll it out a little flatter, but not much flatter. And it's still on this saran wrap. That was my ice maker. Sorry about that. Just smoothing it out a little bit. If it cracks a little, just poke it back together. Alright, now we're going to try to cut this with a knife. So first I'm going to cut it right down the middle. I'm going to cut it again. One more time. this. Just kind of rock your knife back and forth. And I've already got my oven heating to 350 degrees, and we're going to cook these for 8 to 10 minutes. And these up here will be a little longer. I think I'm just going to leave them long like that. Now here's the trick. I want to flip these over right onto the cookie sheet that's got the parchment paper on it. And this does take a little ingenuity. Put them back on this. Flip them over. And that one broke. That's okay. I'll just put it right back together. All right, now we're going to just separate them. And remember all the time that it takes to do this, they're getting warmer. So you need to work pretty much as fast as you can. And this is just my way of doing this because I wanted to do it fast and without much mess. And as you just, work them apart, and if any crack, just kind of mash them back together. See if I can get all three of these at one time. And we're not trying to win a beauty contest here with them. So, it's just for our own consumption here. So, just trying to get them separated. Now, they're not going to rise really at all. These separated a little bit. Just saves a lot of time instead of having to cut them out, like with a cookie cutter or something. Alright. Push that one back together a little bit and make it a little more square. Now also, when you do it like this, you don't use any extra flour. I mean, like when you're rolling them out and cutting them out and all that. So it makes it a little bit better tasting cookie, I think. All right, these are ready to go in the oven. Now they're still a little cold. There we are. All right, we'll put these in the oven at 350 degrees. And when they get done, we'll be back. All right, I wanted to show you real quick the cleanup. I did lay my knife down on this, so I'm going to have to wash that, but my knife and the saran wrap, and that's it. These two things, and the bowl. Now, I used a rolling pin, but I used it on top of the saran wrap, so that really doesn't need to be washed. So all I need to do is wash the bowl, little measuring cups, and that's it. All right, we'll be back. Okay, the little shortbread cookies are done, and we are going to take them off the little parchment paper. Now, in my oven, I had to cook them actually 15 minutes, but my oven is probably not as good an oven as what you've got, so just keep that in mind. And you'd want to, for sure, if you're cooking them, check them after 10 minutes. You just want them barely brown around the edges. Now I like these with a little bowl of fruit, like strawberries, peaches, and we had peaches today, And we didn't have any shortbread cookies with them, so I just decided enough's enough. I'm going to go ahead and cook some. See if I can get all of these on there. They're like a little crispy bread. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of them on this cooling rack. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the others on there, so I'll just leave those. Anyway, here they are. I'm going to give a taste. Can't taste that one because it's way too hot. Let's see if I can. Very crispy. Oh, it's still too hot. Very crispy and very buttery. Goes great with like pudding or any kind of fruit cup. It goes great with coffee, my husband says, so. Very crispy. All right. I hope you'll try this. I use my method of cooking these, which makes it really quick. So, anyway, see you next time.